Everyone is accustomed to going through loss in their life, and every single one of these people is seeking consolation as a way to remove their grief and pain. When one goes through these situations, such as loss of a loved one or family member, it can break that person on a physical and mental level. It shakes the very soul of their being. The song It Is Well With My Soul, written by Horatio Spafford, shows some of the pain he experienced in his life and what he decided to do about it. This now popular hymn is a favorite of many and is sung in churches across the entire globe. The focus of this analysis will be on the background of this song, as well as how Spafford used his lyrics and music to appeal to the emotions and ethics of all his listeners. To truly understand the meaning of Spafford's lyrics, one must first have an explanation of why he wrote this hymn in the first place. Most people go through tough times in life, but looking at Spafford's life, it is simply incredible to see all the things that he went through. Spafford started as a very prominent Presbyterian lawyer during the late 19th century. Seeing the opportunity in the real estate market, he decided to invest in some expensive property in the city of Chicago. In 1871, however, the city of Chicago and some of the surrounding suburbs were reduced to rubble because of the Great Chicago Fire. As a result, all of Spafford's investments went down the drain and he was left with nothing. To try to forget this tragedy, Spafford sent his family on a ship to Europe for a vacation, promising that he would follow them at a later date. The ship did not make it to its destination, however. Although his wife was rescued from the sinking ship, Horatio lost both his daughters during the accident. Devastated by the loss of his daughters, Spafford was at his wits' end. As he sailed alone to meet his wife in England, he passed over the spot at which his daughters had passed. His faith shaken and his emotions torn, Horatio wrote the words to his famous song, It Is Well With My Soul, in the form of a poem. The main stirring point of this song is the lyrics. When Spafford wrote this song, his own emotions were poured into it because of the traumatic experiences he went through. He starts with the phrase, When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrow like sea billows roll. Horatio wanted peace in his current situation, and this is shown in just the first few lines of his song. What is peace? The entire world has been asking this question since who knows when. This phrase speaks directly to the person's ethical side, appealing to the question that plagues society. What is peace? Countries seek world peace. Families may want unity through peace in their home, and even oneself desires inner peace, just like Spafford did in the lyrics. Spafford then goes on to use his own surroundings, the waves, as he's on the ship, to illustrate how his sorrow swallows him up as a whole. The song then takes a different course, however. He goes on to say, Whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. Spafford realized that his inner peace does not come through anything carnal, but that his peace comes by relying on God. The words he wrote are meant to console any in his audience that have possibly experienced difficulties such as he has and offer a way to have peace in their own lives. After this first verse, the refrain repeats the words of the song title to show how he is well in his soul. This appeals to the listener's emotions because they also might desire to have the same rest that he has gotten from God. What Spafford wrote in the next verse of the song is a very crucial part. He directly addresses one of the greatest ethical choices, the fight between good and evil. By doing this, Spafford forces the listener to make a choice based on his own personal ethical choices. He starts off the verse by saying, Though Satan should buffet, though trials should come, and ends with, That Christ hath regarded my helpless estate, and has shed his own blood for my soul. The right and wrong in this situation is Satan and Christ. Especially now, this argument is important to the beliefs of many individuals across all ethnic backgrounds. This does not just apply to Christianity, but to every religion that has a moral right and wrong. Spafford knew that by doing this, he could increase his range of influence to not just Christians, but to all those that have a sense of ethics. When the music was written for this song, however, it was not Spafford who wrote it. Philip Bliss, a friend of Spafford, wrote the tune for the poem he wrote and published the song It Is Well With My Soul. When the song was originally written, Bliss intended for it to be used in one of the many revivals that were being held in the United States during the Second Great Awakening. This song's original intent was to stir the hearts of the unsaved men and women of America, as well as backslidden Christians, to get right. It is a slow hymn written in a major key. It Is Well starts off slow in a somewhat sad tone until the chorus, which is exuberant as the singer states, it is well with my soul." Having been written in the 19th century, many famous Christian artists have revised and rewritten it to accommodate the times. Although artist groups such as Hillsong and others have made covers on this song, the message remains the same. The hope and message that is brought by this music is exactly what Spafford desired when he wrote this song. As a result, we can see examples in the text, the heartbreak that Spafford felt that drove him to write this song plays an important part in the message that is portrayed. Spafford's own Christian beliefs have brought many of the same peace and closure which he himself experienced by relying on God. This hymn was beautifully written and expressed by Spafford and Bliss and is an encouragement to people all over the world.